So I want to tell you an amazing story that is very close to my heart with one of my first clients, actually. So I was only partway through my education at Dr. Christopher's School of Natural Healing. And on my way to becoming a Master Herbalist, but I was still like a third, maybe half of the way through this entire 3-year program. And my friend came to me. She was very, solemn and asked, "Sarah, what do you have for miscarriage?" Oof, like that's sobering. That's so sobering, so humbling. This is life or death, right? So she was in her first trimester. She had started bleeding that morning. So I said a prayer. I looked through some of my books and I just kind of pondered on what would be best for her and what could I offer her right in that moment. Because both of us lived 2 hours away from the nearest health food store, 1 hour away from the nearest hospital, but really 2 hours away from the nearest good hospital. It was, this was really sobering. What do I have? And what came to mind was yarrow. Now, yarrow is not traditionally advertised as a pregnancy herb, although when not pregnant, it is actually known as a uterine tonic. But besides being a uterine tonic, it's also just known as a cure-all, heal-all. It's good for so many different things. One of the things it's particularly good for is regulating blood flow, particularly if you need to stop bleeding. So, yarrow, I have it in my garden. It's blooming beautifully. It's at peak time to harvest, and it's a uterine tonic, and it could stop bleeding. Okay, this sounds like a good combination. But like I said, it wasn't in the books as, here's an herb that you drink throughout pregnancy to prevent miscarriage or stop miscarriage. It just wasn't there. But I trusted in that, what I call divine inspiration, that personal revelation. And so we went and harvested some together. I sent her home with some. I also sent her home with my prenatal tea blend that I had some left over at that time. And she started using it. And within a few hours, she texted me that the bleeding had stopped. And the next day she texted me my favorite text I've ever received in my whole life. And it was, "Sarah, they found a heartbeat." And so she had gone to her OB to check things out and everything was fine. And so what happened here? We stopped the bleeding, we strengthened up the membranes and tonified those reproductive organs so that, assuming the baby was viable, this pregnancy could continue and be strengthened by these herbs. There are also herbs that are used that if the pregnancy is not viable, the body will use them how it needs and will actually help deliver that baby out so that we don't need expensive or traumatic DNCs or ER visits in this. So anyway, she continued the protocol. She asked me for my prenatal tea recipe. She made it, drank it throughout her pregnancy. She ate a plant-rich diet, and she had a wonderful, uncomplicated home birth in the middle of a giant snowstorm. So this was a wonderful outcome for her. And I know that miscarriage is a really hard topic because it's painful. And for those of you who have experienced 1 miscarriage or 10, the grief is the same. The grief is horrible no matter how many you've experienced or watched your friends experience. And so I just wanted to let you know that there is more that you can do than sit around and worry about it. We prepare our body to be really, really healthy, and then we know what to have on hand if we are prone to miscarriage so that we can help our body either save the pregnancy or help deliver that baby that has already died or is no longer viable, that we can help the body with that intelligent process. This is part of what I will teach in my program so that you can be totally empowered, in control, and ready for anything during the whole preconception to first trimester and beyond. Because again, when we work at this from as early in the process as we can, we are setting ourselves up for the best outcome that much sooner and that much easier, honestly. But it's never too late, and I can help you at any stage. So please reach out to me, send me a message, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Take care.